Gentlemen, before we proceed with this videotape, I would like each of you to identify yourself for the record. Today's date is October 5th, 2012. Starting with the gentleman on the left, would you please identify yourself?
My name is Jamil Avila, and I reside at 127 West 25th Street, Manhattan, New York, zip code 1001.
Thank you, sir. And you, Miss?
My name is Moses Ortiz. I reside in BRC on 127 West 25th Street, 10001.
What bed number?
Okay, and your bed number, sir, to the left?
My bed number is 190 on the 9th floor.
And your name is Mr. Avila, right?
My name is Mr. Avila, for the record.
And you, sir?
And my bed is 178, also on the 9th floor, and my name is Moses Ortiz.
Is it on the same side? We live on the same side?
All right, just to backtrack a little, gentlemen, I would like to direct your attention to October 4th. In and around 10:45.
What year?
October 4th, 2012, in and around 10:45 p.m.
10:30-ish?
Mr. Avila, this question is specifically directed to you.
Okay.
Did you have the occasion to meet with any staff directors from BRC? Were you at any time confronted or approached by any individual within the directorship of BRC?
Yes, I was approached by the assistant director, sorry about that. And it was during sleeping hours. I was on medication. Around 10 o'clock I take my medication, and I feel, I just feel my doctor recommended that I don't be in any type of
If you allow me just to intervene a minute, your medication, is it dispensed to you by BRC or do you take your own medication?
My medication I take once a day. It's called Respidone. It's dispensed by me. I just take it on my own.
Is this a psychotropic medication?
Yes.
Okay, and you dispense the medication to yourself?
Yes.
Okay, it's not provided to you by BRC?
No.
Okay, proceed. You continue, sir.
Yeah, so I take the medication on my own, and I have to comply with my doctor's request or my psychiatrist's request, and which is to take the medication while I'm after hours, like around 10 o'clock, and to not be involved in any type of activity.
Okay, Mr. Avila, I wish to redirect your attention to the event in question. You said you were approached by a particular staff here in BRC.
Yes.
You said that particular staff was an assistant director. Do you recall the assistant director's name, sir?
Yes. It's Tareen Miller. And she wasn't...
What was the reason why you were approached by Mr. Tareen Miller?
The reason, to my knowledge, is because of me practicing my human rights and my constitutional rights in this facility, and also encourage other residents to practice their human rights, where they felt threatened by my knowledge. And I have a mental disability, but I try to learn and grasp the knowledge that I need to protect the client and to protect myself. I'm not an attorney. I'm just a regular client. I'm looking to
Mr. Avila, just so we could be more subject specific, how do you feel your constitutional rights in the night in question were violated?
Well,
were you sleeping? Were you resting when this interview took place?
Yes, I was resting, and she approached me while I was resting.
What are the normal hours for interviews of any client here in BRC in this shelter?
Normal hours is from 9 to 4, 9 to 5, 9 to 6. Never past 6:30. to 6:30 is the deadline. 6:30 p.m. is the deadline.
And what was the time that you were approached?
I was approached at 10:30, approximately 10:15, 10:20, approximately that after hours. As you can see on the latest video, the lights was out. The lights was out. It was dark. You could see her face, you know, and she wanted to have an interview with me after hours, which is in violation of the Department of Homeland Services rules and regulations.
And what did you tell Ms. Tareen Miller with respect to, this approach at this untimely hours of the night?
Well, to me, it was suspicious because anyone that approaches, any staff member that approaches me at that hour, it just raises my eyebrows. And
what do you mean, red flags or something?
It brings red flags in my head, and automatically I get on defense mode. And when I say I get on defense mode, I'm specifically talking about my constitutional rights and my human rights, Article 15 being violated. Basically, my First Amendment rights was violated because, as you can see in the last video, she was requesting to confiscate a camera from me, which is a violation of my First Amendment rights. She was not respecting the fact that I'm a citizen and that I have rights.
As far as you know, is that part of the policy and procedure of this particular shelter to confiscate electronic devices from individuals that can record and make video?
Well, it's called selective enforcement. Selective enforcement. Everybody has to put electronics in this building. Every resident has cameras, phones, everything. Once you start enforcing rules...
Have they ever been subjected to the threat of confiscation of the electronic devices?
No one in this building has been subjected to the threat.
Just yourself?
Just myself. And it shows suspicion. Also, another raises eyebrows again to the public and to the residents, because why am I being targeted to be confiscated? My property being targeted to be confiscated when I'm practicing my First Amendment rights in the facility because of suspicion of retaliation, because I have an open case with the Human Rights Commission and I'm trying to let these people know.
If I may ask, Mr. Avila, what is your nationality, sir?
African American and also Honduran.
Oh, you're from Honduras?
Honduras, yes.
You mean Central America?
Yes.
Okay, sir. And that makes you Latino also?
I'm Latin also.
Okay. Okay. And so the approach you felt was in violation of your civil, human, and constitutional rights at that time of the hour?
Well, it's a form of retaliation. You gotta understand. These people are looking for any angle, any avenue that they could try to trap me off. As you can see, I asked her to speak to my attorney. I have an attorney who's invited me. I have an attorney who's willing to represent me, and I have an attorney who's been calling them. They're refusing to take his calls. I have an attorney that has been mailing them. They're refusing to take his mail. So, even me handing them paperwork, documentation of counsel representing me, they're just totally, it's like almost like anarchy. They just don't respect the government. They don't respect any mankind. They don't. It's like they feel like they run your life to the point where you have no rights, as you can see in the video. Okay,
thank you, Mr. Avila. I have no further question of you, Mr. Moses.
Yes, sir.
I have specific questions to be directed to you, sir. And your name is again?
Moses Ortiz.
Your name is Moses Ortiz. Okay. Mr. Moses, what can you tell us about regarding the fire safety procedures that are employed here whenever a fire drill is announced in this facility?
In this facility, their procedures are they will announce a fire drill at approximately 5 minutes to 1, which is lunchtime. Lunchtime is 1 o'clock. And they tell you that if you want, you don't have to participate in the fire drill. You just got to go to the mess hall and eat lunch.
Okay, I understand that, sir. I have several questions for you regarding the incident involving Mr. Avila. Do you have any knowledge concerning that?
Yes, I do.
Okay, can you please be explicit regarding that specific incident?
Yes, the lights were out, and the lights go out approximately 10:15. After the lights were out, we're all, trying to go to sleep, of course, and the lady supervisor, assistant director...
I'm sorry, sir. Pardon me for interrupting you, but the lady supervisor in which you refer to, can you please identify her? I mean, who is the person you're speaking about?
She's the assistant director, the one that Mr. Avila said her name. I don't know her name by memory, but it was always said by Mr. Avila.
Mr. Avila made reference to a Tareen Miller. Is that who you're referring to?
That would be the one then, yes. That would be the one. Accompanying her was Mr. Johnson, who's a supervisor, and they went back to back about something that they didn't like that Mr. Avila was doing, and
are you referring to specific recordings or
yes,
stuff that
yes,
Mr. Avila?
yes. At that point, Mr. Avila had his camera on, and he was recording them, and he let her know, I will put you on YouTube. And as the lady was leaving, she said, you do that and I will confiscate your electronic devices, especially your camera. Those were the words I heard.
Okay, thank you, sir. And that will be all for the moment. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.